Hey guys, welcome back to another journaling session with me. So today, March 28th. All right, so I have finished my trading day within 1 hour of the trading session. So let's dive in. First of all, what happened on the market? Today, everything is just bleeding. SPY, the QQQ, the Apple, everything. Like I can't pick any name and everything is going just down today. I'm not sure what happened on the market, what were the news that caused like the move to the downside, but honestly, I don't even care. I don't need to know that. What I need to know is just my patterns, my setups, my entries, my execution, my discipline. That's what's important for me. And the reasoning on why moves are happening on the market, that's not for me because I'm trading intraday, day trading. I'm not trading it for long term. So, all right, let's dive into the journaling session. So for today, I've been trading only the Tesla for the break of the level 267.78. I've been looking at 2 minute time frame and I've been having my entry almost at the level for the move to the downside. And to be honest, I'm feeling a little bit of FOMO because I've been having so many put setups on my pre-market watch list and I've missed many of them. For example, I've missed this one on the Nvidia. I've been looking for rejection of 112.66 level, and you guys can see that the price exactly rejected this level and went down. And I've been having the retest on the SPY, but it didn't retest quite enough. So I've been also looking for the Amazon. That's the most furious source of the FOMO for me for today. So on the Amazon, I've been having the rejection of 198.77 level on my pre-market watch list. And you guys can see that the price didn't hold even 5 minutes above the level. After trying to go above the level, it failed to go higher. It was rejected. It was not accepted above the level, most importantly. So after going down, it made small retest, but not quite enough. I wanted it to just touch the level or maybe come as close as possible so that I will be having my small tight stop loss and have better R multiple to realize. And ultimately, Amazon moved really nice from level to level. That's right there is probably like 500% or maybe at least 400% in profits. But all right, not gonna feed my FOMO feeling anymore. I've been also seeing the Apple being relevantly stronger than the market when the market been going down. This thing in trying Apple tried to hold above the level 223.08, but ultimately it failed and went down also from level to level. I was kind of thinking of going in at this area on these candles, but I saw that okay, the next 5 minute candles are opening above the level. Maybe this thing is waiting for some kind of pullback on the market. And when that is going to happen, I thought that, okay, Apple is going to be breaking, retesting, and continuing to push up as this thing is relatively stronger than everything on the market today, having some strength. But I was wrong. This thing just tried to hold, failed, and then moved down sharply. But okay, let's go back to the Tesla trade that I've been taking. So here is the tradezella for today, 8.9K, one trade only. Tesla 265 puts. Let's dive into it. 32%, not bad. All right. So what was the setup right away? That was the it's hard to say actually. Let's take a look at the 2 minute time frame. All right, so here is the 2 minute time frame. I've been kind of waiting for some break in retest price action, but also I've been seeing this happening here. So basically, after price opened at this area, price started to go down immediately after the market opened, and then it's been bouncing to the opening price level. Then it fell down, went down to this level, exactly bounced off of this level, and then been just wiggling in this small area. So I was kind of thinking of getting my entry not at this area, not in this area, but maybe in this area and having like really tight stop loss like that. But price moved so fast that I didn't have a chance to change my plan. All right, so I've been having this 2 minute candle opening right there, really close to the level. At the same time, the market, the indices been going further to the downside. So once this 2 minute candle been going lower than the level, I think at this rate, I've been going into my position at 270, 270. And I think at the bottom, the price went, I think it went to $6. But I've been closing my position, I mean, trimming, and I think I've been closing it at this area. I didn't quite hold enough because I was exhausted. I was a little bit tired of just watching the markets, especially on Friday. We've been looking at it for the whole hour on the market with no positions. And that's a little bit frustrating when everything is going down, everything is just aligning with your pre-market plan, but you're not taking any entries because everything is not quite perfect. So that's going to make a little bit of a toll on your mental balance, mental capacity. So every time you are on the market, you are spending your time, screen time, you are wasting your mental capacity. So your mental capacity is just a few enough just to wait for, I think, realistically, like hour or 2 hours. I really don't recommend staying in front of the monitor for like the whole day. I mean, even more than 2 hours. For me, that's 1 hour, can be like 1.5 hour max. So yeah, let's go back to the trade. So basically from this entry, price been sharply going down, having my trim, trim, trim. And basically I've been having really nice profits on this trade, but still I missed on the further move down. And that is gonna be the mistake number two. I'm saying number two because the mistake number one is obviously not waiting for the proper alignment of the candles. I didn't wait for the proper break and the retest right there. So I can call it like break and retest, but that's not break and retest actually. That's actually more like the rejection, but rejection not of the level, rejection of this area that was some kind of a support that pushed the price up. And then after going lower than that area, it's been a resistance. So we had like support to resistance shift right there. All right, let's go back to the tradezella. Basically, the setup was the rejection for me. And let's start with the mistakes. Mistake number one, did not wait for the candles to set up. Yeah. Mistake number two, early exit. I missed on this a lot. And let's see how much further the contracts went. So after going in here at 270, okay, the entry is okay, but still. All right, so here are my executions. I've been buying 2.70 price for 100 contracts. And you guys can see I've been trimming right there at 340. And then I've been trimming here at 368, 378. And I've been just closing my position on this candle. I didn't even see any signs of the reversal. But really, that was like 4 minutes of that trade. I should have held like quite longer than that. So you guys can see that the price went to this rate. That's around like $6. So if I'm marking that as $6, that could have been potentially that could have been like 30K trade with the maximum amount of the patience. But maybe even without that, that could have been I think that could have been like 4.5 maybe. Yeah, could have been twice as much of the profits that I made. So that's why you need the journaling, guys, so that you can be improving for the next 100 trades that you will be having. Okay, so what was my stop loss on this trade? I've been having 270 entry, and my stop loss was, I think, right close to this area. Yeah, I think that was. I've been actually having the number like 220 or something in my mind. Yeah, let's mark it as 220. To be honest, I did not quite correctly calculate the R multiple, and I've been thinking that okay, 3.4 was my 2R multiple with the 3.4, but actually that was 1.4 R multiple. And it looks like my stop loss was wider than I have expected. So basically, let's see. Yeah, looks like really I did not quite calculate my stop loss correctly. So I've been having more risk in this trade than I realized. I've been risking about 5K, and I thought like I was risking about like 3, 4K. But okay, all right. So that's Friday. On Friday we can have some volatility. All right. So let's go back to the mistakes. What are the other mistakes that we can have that we had? So not on the plan. Yeah, not in the plan because here let me copy and paste the pre-market plan. All right, so here is my pre-market plan for March 28th. I had nothing for the calls, and I've been having Tesla for the retest of 278 level. Let's take a look. I've been actually looking for retest of the level above the price. All right, so when the price opened, I was kind of expecting that, okay, from this point to this point, it will be retesting the level 278, and then ultimately it will be going down. But unfortunately, it was just going down immediately, then retesting the opening price, and then went down. So basically, I've been having my plan for this level, but ultimately I've been trading at this level. So that can be aligned with the trend as the trend was negative, going down, but still, that was not in the plan, and I have to mark it as a mistake. All right, so other than that, I think I did not have any other mistakes. Yeah, wide stop loss, I think, because I did not quite realize how much my stop loss was, and that's quite little in the market when you're expecting, okay, some 3K of the loss, but in reality, that is going to be like 5K of the loss. So that can disturb your mentality, your discipline, your balance. So to avoid that, next time I have to be careful, calculating all the entries, exits, stop losses, and take profits. Okay, for the trade rating, I think that can be like 3 star. Yeah, not the best one and not the worst one. So I'm gonna link this thing to the playbook. Right. I've been waiting for the first 5 minute candle. I've been waiting for almost an hour to go in. Okay, I've been using the levels. I've been using the patterns. I've been using the levels because I didn't just rush into the trade like at this area. I've been still waiting for the price to cross the level and went in just below the level. And right now, actually, it looks like the price went down and retesting this level and can go down further. Kind of what it looks like. Okay, using relative strengths or weakness. I'm not sure that this one is applicable for this trade because on the market, I think QQQ and SPY were the weakest for today. I think all the indices were the weakest today. That was the QQQ, SPY, and IBM. Everything was super weak. And Tesla had relatively a little bit more strength. Not strength, I would say that it was less weak than the SPY. All right, let's go back. So the stop loss was not tight. I cannot mark it. So that was my mistake. I did not calculate my stop loss properly. Consistent position size. So usually I'm using 30 to 40 to 50K, but I've been using only 27K. I was actually planning to use 20K, 20 to 25K. So maybe I'm gonna mark also the oversizing for this trade because if this thing is not on my pre-market plan, then I have to go at max half size of regular position. So position size was not consistent, trade was not planned. I've been trimming. I didn't trim at 2 hour multiple, even though I thought that 3.4 was, even though I thought that 3.4 was the 2 hour multiple for me. It appears that it was not. It was only 1.4 hour multiples. So I think this thing was aligned with the SPY, the QQQ as everything was going down. And also this one, candles reverse on 5 minutes. I did not wait for the candles to reverse. Yeah, if I was waiting for that, then probably, where is the Tesla? Yeah, if waiting for the candles to reverse, probably I would have waited for maybe this area instead of closing everything at this area. And maybe I would have finished everything with more than 2 hour multiples because from this entry, having this much risk, yeah, actually visually that's like no 1 hour multiple, 2 hour multiple, and something like the 3 hour multiple right there actually. So that was the -1, +1, +2 hour multiple, and +3 hour multiple. Like visually, option wise, that might be some changes because you can't be accurate 100% when it comes to the options. Never. All right, so I think we are done with the journaling session for the Tesla. But overall, this March, it was very fruitful. Yesterday, unfortunately, I've been having some technical issues. I did not trade yesterday on Thursday. But basically, I've been having only 1, 2 red days, only 2 red days for the whole month. And Monday will be the last day of the March, last trading day. So I'm excited to finish this trading month quite strong. I'm not going to be risking a lot. I'm going to be using just regular sizes, just good setups. But basically, yeah, for now, I'm already up 130K for this month. And let's take a look at the monthly statistics. This month, my win rate is going up to almost 62%. 4 profit factor of 4. Average win-loss trade 2.5. The daily winning rate is 88%. Just amazing. And yeah, by the way, progress tracker. I don't think that I've been trading the only good setups because there was some many good setups that I missed. So Tesla was not one of them. All right. Yeah. Basically, what is left for me is just to make a screenshot, of this profits, and then post it to my community. One and done with patience. I'm talking about patience because it was quite exhausting. It was quite exhausting because we've been just watching everything going down, going down, going down according to your pre-market plan, but still you've been feeling like you're missing out. Major FOMO feeling. Like everything like take a look at the SPY. This thing been going down for multiple hundreds of the percent of the profits. But at least I've been taking a small bite of that cake for the move down of today. So I'm happy. I'm happy. But even if I didn't trade the Tesla, I would have been okay. I would have had like small amount of the FOMO, but still, with the experience, I can manage it. All right. So that was it for me for the March 28th journaling session. And yeah, basically, stay with me. I will be providing more videos like this so that you guys will be getting more insights, more knowledge that you can learn from. So yeah, I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.